Hello everyone, VEDA number 5, and like my 4th attempt doing this. The last time I tried to do it, it turned out to be like a really long video. But I'll try to make this as short as I can. It's kind of an interesting story, so I don't want to make it too short, but I don't want to make it too long, but you might have to sit through it because it's really interesting. Anyway, today's VEDA challenge was just explaining what adventures we've been on, what adventures we want to go on, and if we're thrill seekers or not. And I decided to tell everybody about, I decided that I want to tell everybody about my adventure with my friend that I didn't even mean to have happen. For the purposes of just keeping her name out of this video, because I don't know whether or not she wants her name said in this and associated with this, let's just call her Aiden. Okay, so little background explanation. Me and Aiden had gotten into Doctor Who for a very long time, and for a very long time, I mean, we were into it for like months and watched from the 9th Doctor to the 10th, or at least I had, and she had watched like all the way through 11th, up until the point where it stopped when we were watching it, which was before the Dinosaurs on a Spaceship episode. And we had gotten into it, and when anybody focuses on anything in their life, they tend to dream about it. So for like weeks and weeks and weeks, she had dreamt about the Doctor, and Aiden had dreamt that she was married to him, and every now and again she was having his Time Lord kids, and that's just how it was. And when she was telling me about this, I was always thinking that I wanted to meet the Doctor in a dream. And then, one night, it happened, and it just so happened that we managed to share the dream. Up until then, we had always joked about the two of us having a psychic connection, and I think this night it just kind of proved without a doubt that we kind of had a special, profound bond. Okay, so to explain the dream as quick as I can, up until the point where we shared it, I ended up getting into a dream where there was this movie theater, and Wilf was there, and he was an usher, and for some reason he thought that I wasn't getting the full movie theater experience I should, so we were getting snacks and everything, and the whole time I was wondering, where's the Doctor? Wilf is here, it must be a Doctor Who dream. We end up in the theater, they're talking, whatever, his daughter comes over and saying that he's wasting his time, and they go off, and he's just merry on his way, and she's angry, it doesn't matter, I'm standing there with all these snacks from the movie that I'm gonna watch, and I'm standing there like, where is the Doctor? And then I hear the TARDIS outside with that broken chameleon circuit whirring above, and I'm like, oh my god! So I rush outside, and I see the TARDIS floating, and it beams down, it beams somebody up into it, and I'm looking at them, and I think they have blonde hair, which is what the hair that Aiden has, and I'm standing there yelling up, Doctor! Doctor! And I'm like, hoping that he'll hear me, but he doesn't. And he takes off into a different, in another direction. But I see him, like, flying across. And I see him flying up this, hill, kind of mountain kind of thing, up to this house. And I'm like, I need to get up there. I'm not sure how I managed to get up there. You know how dreams are. They're not really fluid. They're wibbly wobbly. So somehow I end up in this mansion where he is. And as it so happens, it happened to be the mansion from the Unicorn and the Wasp. So I get in, and I know where everything is, and everybody's in there, but they're like off in different places. I don't pay them any mind, they don't pay me any mind. And I go up the stairs, and I'm like, the Doctor must be up here. He was upstairs when he was investigating this place with Donna. So I end up there, and I go into his study, and I'm like, I find a study, and I see the Doctor, and he's looking around at stuff, and I'm like, okay, this is my moment, and I'm about to talk to him. Now, while all this is happening, Aiden, who is 15 minutes away in another town, basically, I live on the outskirts of it at the time, is having a dream that she's with the Doctor in the library from the Forest of the Dead, and she is with the Doctor, and they're trying to find something, or do something, I can't really remember. While she was there, the library started filling up with water, and when she turned around, the Doctor was suddenly gone, because even if this wasn't a dream, or even in her dreams, and even if it wasn't a cause of the dream, her doctor in her dreams is always vanishing and reappearing wherever he wants. It doesn't matter. So she's freaking out. She's trying to get away from the water. She's just trying to survive in this library. Finally, the water dies down, and she finds herself in this study. And it's dark, and I enter the study, and it's dark. And she can't tell where she is. But I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, she hears people. And I look up at the doctor, and I think he's looking for someone, because he was in the Unicorn and the Wasp. And I say, you know, they're always the last place you think to look. And I grab the door handle, and I thrust the door back. And 15 minutes away, Aiden wakes up with a throbbing headache, like, ah! And I feel myself hitting someone at the door, so I wake up myself like, what the hell? I go back to bed, and she goes back to bed, and I end up in the library with the doctor, not knowing anything of what's happening with her. And I'm in front of him, and he's really, really pissed off at me. And I'm just begging him if I can come with him on the TARDIS, and he's just staring at me with that hair throbbing with emotion, and I'm just like, oh no, I don't know why he's mad, but I want to go so bad. So I end up waking up before he says anything. I think the TARDIS door is open, but still. And I go to school, I'm like, oh my god, that dream was so amazing. And normally when I get to school, Aiden and I stand around and we talk until classes start, and then I walked her to her class, and then I walked to mine. So, I explained my dream, and I'm like, yeah, I ended up chasing him down to the estate from this and this, and I ended up at the study, and she's explaining what she went through afterwards, like, wait, I was in a library, and then suddenly I was in a study. What happened then? And I just look at her like, where were you in the study? she can't tell. And she's like, I don't know, it was dark. And I'm like, it was dark in my study too. And she just looks at me like, what did you do, Mandoki? And I'm just like, I thought there was someone behind the door. So I told the doctor, and I thrust the door back. She was so pissed for the rest of the day. She was more than angry because I knocked her out of her dream, gave her a dream concussion and a real-life headache. And yeah, that is the Doctor Who Dream Share adventure that I shared with Aiden. To this day, I feel so bad. So Aiden, I won't say your real name here. I am just so sorry that that happened. I am more than sorry that that happened. I can't even express it, but it was really funny, and it's my favorite story to this day, and I just love it. It was the best adventure I've ever had, and if we ever dream share again, which I'm pretty sure we kind of have, but not to that degree, if we ever do it again, I hope that it's more vivid and we're more lucid, so we can really share the adventure. So yeah, that's the best adventure that I've ever been on. I'm about to make my next VEDA blog, so I will see you guys again soon in another video. Bye.